guys, welcome back to what is possibly going to be our final episode of this series, the Red Centre. We are now in the West MacDonnell Ranges. We left Boggy Hall and hit the Mereenie Loop. We're going to camp a few places along the Mereenie Loop, and yeah, and then once we finish here, back to Alice Springs and then across the Great Central Road home to Western Australia. So we'll take you through the Mereenie Loop. Currently standing in the middle of a meteor crater. It's absolutely spectacular. I'm such a space geek, so this is a pretty special one for me. Have a look. Pulled up at camp, dumped the trailer, we're off to the gorge. We are feeling super refreshed after that swim. That was so good. We're headed back to camp now just to set up camp, light the fire. Oh, I might even have a cheese board, who knows.
Evening, people. We are at Redbank Gorge. We're at the Ridge Top campground. We're in site number 2 and it looks like this. Pretty awesome views, pretty spectacular sunset that we had. We decided not to put the fire on the ridge just due to the wind. It's a little bit windy, so we've got the fire going in their fire pit. It was $12 to camp here, crazy. $12. There's pretty much no amenities. There is a toilet though, so that's good. And we just chose this one over the Woodlands camp just for the views, really, and it has not disappointed. The views are insane, crazy. It's pretty quiet. There's only 5 campsites up here. Everybody seems pretty chill. Everyone seems pretty quiet, so we're just gonna relax, have some dinner. Yeah, cracking little campsite. Hot, hot, hot.
tonight for dinner we've got sausage from the South African shop. It's got like a hint of curry in there. Warren's cooking this over the fire. We've just put our grill over the fire pit. And then he's roasting some veggies in the weather.
Veggies are done though.
Are they?
Yep.
Yeah. Good morning everybody. We just left our campsite and came down the road to Glen Gorge for we just want to check some supplies. We need some bread or wraps or something like that, but there's nothing in the shop there. But this is a little Discovery caravan park right inside the gorge. They've got a bar, restaurant, small but looks really nice. Looks like they've got showers. You can fill up with fuel here too. We're going to just order a coffee and head on to Ormiston Gorge from here. But we'll give you a little whip around in case you ever wanted to stay here. It's like these are all powered sites here. Kitchen, toilets. That's your view. And there's the little balcony over there, the cafe. There's one family here, and then these guys are so peaceful until the school trip came, so we're out of here.
Just up here in the Ellery Creek Big Hole. Just done a little swim across to Sandbank, and it's absolutely freezing. Fingers and toes went numb straight away, but yeah, after a little while, kind of get used to it. It's pretty nice. Not busy here, which is good, because we've just come from Ormiston, where we encountered a group of about 60 school kids. We had the gorge to ourselves for just a small period of time, and then they come around the corner, so bummer. Anyway, this seat's better. There's barely anybody here. Sun's out, water's awesome. Yeah, a ripper spot. afternoon. We are at the Ochre pits, which is only 20 clicks from Glen, Helen, and it's just down the road from our campsite. So we've come to have a bit of a look, and these are, they say that the Aboriginal people of this area have been using the ochre from these particular cliffs for over 1,000 years. So all of these amazing colours were used in all their traditional ceremonies. So pretty cool. You don't have to spend long here, just come in and have a squiz, have a look at the cool colours and the cool formations, and then then we're actually going to head back to Ormiston Gorge because our Serenity got ruined there this morning by about 60 school kids. So we're actually going to go back and try and just enjoy some downtime there for a little while, because it actually got really warm. If you can see the sky, they reckon that we might cop a thunderstorm tonight. So we're actually camping out at Serpentine Dam bush camping. So we're actually out in the middle of the bush tonight. It is a bookable site, but there's nothing there. There's no amenities at all, not even a toilet. So there's nothing there, but we're actually camping out there tonight. So a thunderstorm out in the middle of the bush might be what we're going to experience. So we'll see how we go. Flies are just picking up a little bit just due to the humidity. Yeah, we're just going to go down to Ormiston in a minute. Em's going to take some photos here and then off we go. So yeah, pretty cool. Warmer than Ellery Creek.
Yeah. Happy with your purchase?
Yes. Got a didgeridoo. Not sure what we're going to do with it, but the good thing is it's all locally made stuff here, and anything you buy in that shop goes directly back into the small community that they have here at Stanley Chasm. So I think it's a purchase that goes a long way. So
I'll show you it when we get home. Unwrap it. I don't like that. Hang on, wait till I shut this door. I don't want him in the car.
No. Sorry, bro.
Oh,
really
is he going to get killed?
I'm sorry to do this to you.
Ah!
Oh.
Get him out of the car.
Sorry, man.
Oh, now he's in pieces.
Oh, sorry, bud. I just can't have you living up there.
I'm not in the car.
Rightio. We have settled into a campsite called Serpentine Chalet Bush Camp.
Yeah.
So we actually came in here earlier today. We booked site 6, which we had read had been quite good. We came in to drop the trailer off because we wanted to get the trailer in the shade for a little while. I've noticed that the fridge freezer struggles a bit in the heat. So we dropped it off and everything looked good.
Mm-hmm.
But you did mention that there were some ants on the ground. Some ants. And then we've had a lovely afternoon, and then we returned about 45 minutes ago to site number 6, and the ants were like swarming.
It looked like the ground was moving.
The ground was black, yeah, with ants. So we spent probably 15 minutes trying to sort of think of a configuration that would work so that we weren't on top of the ants or near the ants.
But then it turned out we were squashed into a corner.
Yeah, it wasn't working.
No.
It didn't work. So, look, when we booked the site, there's 6 sites, and there was only 2 booked at the time.
Including ours.
Yep. So there's only one other person plus us. So 2 out of 6, we were like, right, the odds were in our favour. So we bailed out of there and we pulled into site number 3, which is like beautiful and flat and pretty much actually ant free. It looks ant free, so yeah. It looks pretty good. So anyway, long story short, sometimes, especially out the bush, sometimes things don't just work out.
Yeah.
It's not like rocking up to like a paid campground where like you know that the site's going to be flat, you know that you're not going to have infestation of ants, like you know those things, and I guess that's the cool thing about it sometimes. So yeah. Anyway, cool campsite.
It worked out.
It worked out.
We're not going to put the swag out yet, just in case somebody comes and moves us on.
Yeah. If they've genuinely booked site 3, we feel it's wrong to take their site, and so we won't have a sad about it. We're not going to put out the swag until like way later tonight.
Yeah.
So we're just going to leave that for a while, and just cruise it that way. It was funny though. We sat down right here for a drink. We were watching the sunset, and then I looked up into the awning, and inside the awning was like a decent-sized huntsman or a wolf. I think it was more of a huntsman.
I think it was a huntsman.
It's like a juvenile huntsman, so it wasn't massive yet, but it was like decent size. It's just sitting up there in the awning, and we're like, "You're gonna have to go, buddy."
Oh well.
So, but yeah, that was quite funny. But yeah, that's pretty much us for the night. So this is our last night.
Last night on the Mereenie.
In the West Macs.
In the West Macs, yeah.
And tomorrow we go to Alice Springs, and then we start making our way home via Alice Springs, via Uluru, back on the Great Central Road. So we've got 4 more nights before we get home, but each day is about 7 hours.
About 7 hours.
Yeah. So there you go. That's us. But here's to the West Macs.
The West Macs was so good.
Yes.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, really do. Really highly recommend. I reckon there was a comment that was made that the West Macs were a little bit underwhelming because people had experienced Karanjini. And for people that have gone to Karanjini twice, like we've done Karanjini.
Yeah.
And it's a completely different vibe. Like I think the water holes were really nice to swim in here. And different sort of a landscape and just a different appreciation, I think, of the whole area. Ormiston was our favourite.
We went there twice.
Red Bank was a hot second.
Yeah.
Because Red Bank was awesome, and Red Bank was where we camped last night, up on the ridge, which was wicked. And then we also did Ellery Creek Big Hole, which was also still really cool.
Still.
Yeah, really good. Super cold.
Yeah.
At Ellery Creek. I was in the water and I swam all the way to the end and all the way back. And on my first swim towards the other end of the gorge, my feet were cramping.
I sat that one out.
Yes, probably a good idea. So, yeah, West Mac's been really good. We stopped in at the Ochre pits, which you'll see on this little vid. And Glen Helen was a nice little stop in.
Yep.
We just stopped in for a coffee. So yeah, we've kind of smashed it out.
Yeah,
Smashed out
it's
West
good.
Mac's.
Yeah.
2 days, 2 days, 2 nights is like 2 days, 2 nights is like plenty, and it also would give you time to like double back to something that you enjoyed, like we did today. We went back to Ormiston to kind of sit and chill for the afternoon, and it was worth it.
Unless you
worth
wanted to do any of the big hikes, then probably another
Yeah.
day, I'd say. We didn't really do any of the hikes. We pretty much hiked out.
Yeah, we were a bit hiked out, but there was a couple of big ones that would be worth doing by the looks of it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Next time.
definitely come to West Mac's, and definitely come to the Northern Territory, and definitely, just like come with an open mind and just enjoy the whole experience. Because yeah, it is different to everywhere else, but oh man, it's beautiful.
We've loved it.
Yep.
Yeah.
West Mac's.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching.
We got to the gate this morning to leave Uluru and head towards WA border, and the lovely lady at the park gate said you can't go across the GCR at the moment, the Great Central Road, because they've closed it at Docker River.